Tulungan natin sagot dahil marami po ang nakikiusap, no, yung ating mga kababayan na kapag nakikinig sila para mas madaling maintindihan. Of course, pwede naman both English and Filipino naman ang ating gagawin sa ngayon. Magandang tanghali sa ating regular press briefer. Maikli lamang po at konti lang ang ating mga anunsyo sa araw na to. Kasama pa rin po natin siyempre si Secretary Duque at ang ating pong Director ng Epidemiology Bureau na si Dr. Perchito Abilino. Sec.
Maraming salamat, Yusek Eric, at kasama din natin ngayon ang Director ng Epidemiology Bureau. Mula yung bakit si Director Chito Adelino. At sa kanan ng Department of Health, ako po ay bumabati sa inyo ng isang napakamagandang araw. At amin pong ibahagi sa inyo na ang sa ngayon, alas 12 ngayon araw, ang DOH ay nag-uulat na meron po tayong 80 pasyente na tinagurian persons under investigation or PUIs para sa ating 2019 nCoV acute respiratory disease or ARD. Sa 80 PUIs ay 67 ang kasalukuyang naka-admit at nakahiwalay doon po sa mga ospital na kung saan may isolation room. Habang ang 10 naman ay napauwi na. Ngunit tinatawag natin strict monitoring, under strict monitoring. Ang DOH ay nag-uulat din, inuulit natin yung iniulat kahapon ng umaga na may isang PUI mortality with a negative result and 2 confirmed cases with 1 mortality. Yung palang isa sinasabi ko yung una nung Thursday, yung HIV complication. Negative yon, okay? Plus yung kahapon, yung sinasabi natin dalawa, yung isang pumanaw because of severe pneumonia. Ito pong pagtaas ng ating PUIs ay nangangahulugan na ang ating pong pagmamatya o surveillance ay ating napaunlad. So, much better surveillance system at ganoon din po ang contact tracing natin ng Epidemiology Bureau. At atin pong pinalawid din ang ating PUI category to the whole of China. So, hindi lang po ito Wuhan or Hubei, kundi buong China na po. At ito pong kahapon na deklara ng ating Pangulo yung imposition ng travel ban to mainland China, including Hong Kong and Macau. No? Kasama po yan. Today, ang ating pong Research Institute for Tropical Medicine ay kinukumpirma ang 30 PUIs bilang negative for the 2019 nCoV test. Yung pong dalawa ay yung nag-test ng positive and 48 results are pending. Yung dalawa, yun na yung nauna. Okay? The Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases is set to meet with the President this afternoon. Kasama po rito ang iba pang mga ahensya ng pamahalaan at inanyayaan mga resource persons, mga experts sa siyensya ng infectious disease, virology, sino may kasama? Sa mga infectious disease specialists for adult and children. Para nga mapag-usapan, talakayin kung ano ba ang pinaka-mabuting mga susunod na hakbang sa pangangasiwa or case management of the 2019 nCoV ARD in the country. So, muli, ang inyo pong DOH ay nananawagan sa ating pong mga kababayan, sa ating pong publiko na pairalin po natin ang tinatawag natin mga preventive measures such as proper hand washing, observance of cough etiquette, maintaining healthy lifestyles for added resistance against infection. Maraming salamat.
May oras po tayo sa kaunting katanungan.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Hi.
Sir, just a clarification on the death of itong first COVID-related case natin. Did the patient have underlying or pre-existing health condition? And number two, sir, yung patient po initially nag-test po siya negative and then nag-positive. Tama po ba?
Yung sir, walang underlying conditions. Although yung nakita nga, ang nakita lang sa kanya nga yung pneumonia. Pero aside from dun sa coronavirus, meron din siyang positive na Haemophilus, meron din Klebsiella. So may iba pa na mga virus at saka bacteria na nakita. Hindi siya nag-test negative previously. Ito yung first test sa kanya yung ginawa sa RIT.
So, sir, itong
Kung lang, no? Nilawin lang natin kasi medyo baka malito. No? Yung tinutukoy mo yung namatay.
Yes.
Yung namatay, batay sa RITM, meron pang dalawang mikrobyo na natuklasan doon sa pagsusuri sa ibabaw ng nCoV. Meron pong Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is a common cause of community-acquired pneumonia, and also Haemophilus influenza type B. Yun lang po. Bali tatlo.
At this point, sir, na-determine na ba, sir, kung yung his death is pneumonia?
Mahirap na because it's a mixed infection, mixed pathogens. So it will be very difficult which among the three. But still, we would say that the severe pneumonia must have been caused by the corona and COVID because of the clinical and some diagnostics that show similarity between the SARS-CoV and the nCoV. Yun na.
Sir, follow-up lang, sir. Sir, ibig sabihin, ito yung first test niya. So, hindi po siya tinest kasabay ng first confirmed case.
Hindi siya tinest kasabay ng first confirmed case. Yung pinadala sa Australia na 6 noon, kasama yung dun sa babae. Hindi kasama yung sa lalaki. Yung sa lalaki tinest dito sa RIT. Pagka-set up ng labs natin.
Sir, bakit hindi po sila sabay?
Yun kasi nung unang, yung preliminary testing nila, ang mga resulta nung sa babae parang mas suggestive of nCoV. Kaya nung pwede kami magsingit ng isa, ang naisingit yung sa babae. Pero yung sa lalaki dito na tinest. Pero yun ang unang test niya for nCoV 2019.
For clarification, it was mentioned that he already has fever during the time, nilalagnat na raw po nung ipinasok siya sa San Lazaro Hospital. So bakit hindi yun nakita as telling na maisama yung kanyang sample dun sa unang pinadala dun sa Australia? Bakit hinintay pa? Kasi parang lumalabas na parang compared to the woman, although you mentioned na telling din yung sa babae, pero meron na rin sakit yung lalaki nung na-admit siya sa San Lazaro Hospital. Bakit hindi siya naisama?
Nakapila talaga siya. Talaga siya yung...
Apart from the fact, sorry sir, apart from the fact na they are partners. So, kumbaga, kung may telling na yung sa babae, di ba dapat?
Yeah. Yung kwento na nung dinama namin sa RITM, yung kwento niyan. Kasi nung una talaga, hindi kasi sila yung mga unang mga pasyente natin. Na sabi na sa Australia na magpapadala tayo ng 6. At mahirap kasi ang coordination dahil mga infectious samples ito, no? So hindi ka pwedeng magiging 8 bigla or 7 ang papadala. So nung ipapadala yung 6, nakarelista na kung alin yung 6 na yon. Kaya lang nung nakita nga yung resulta nitong dalawa, mas mukhang mas malaki ang chance na mas positive yung sa babae. Doon sa lab results lang, hindi kasama yung clinical findings.
Ano yung pinakita ng babae na masasabi na mas telling yung kanya?
Meron
Did she
nakitang
also
nakitang
consider
parts ng virus na possible na coronavirus. Talaga yung test niya na
I mean, what was the manifestation in
No,
her?
it wasn't
May
clinical.
sakit
Hindi
ba?
clinical yung decision. It was a laboratory decision.
Okay.
Based on laboratory results, not on clinical results.
May dagdag lang ako. Circumstantial evidence, no? Tama yung sinabi niyo, mag-partner, magkasama. Yung index of suspicion mataas. Kaya yung management is the same as for real nCoV pneumonia. That was already our assumption. Okay? Kasi yun ang importante doon, how are you going to manage it, di ba? So we were already assuming na malamang nCoV na rin ito. So yun yun.
Oh, but kasi
The patient was
question is-
managed as nCoV.
Oh, yes.
And nakasunod talaga siya sa pila sa test. And he was the first to be tested.
And the only reason why his sample was not sent to Australia was because talagang 6 lang yung allotted slots.
Yes,
So
yes.
that is the only reason.
And he was number 7.
Pero kung itatanong sir, yung manifestation nila during the time when they were admitted in San Lazaro Hospital, makikita ba yung difference? Pareho ba silang may lagnat? Or talagang clinical or laboratory test lang ang nagsasabi kung bakit kailangan unahin yung babae? Dun sa manifestation
Yung
nila,
laboratory test ang nagsabi kung bakit inunahin sa babae.
pero yung ano yung manifestation nila during that time when they were admitted? Pareho ba silang nilalagnat?
I think we already said that, Maris, di ba? Yung babae inuubo lamang, yung lalaki nilagnat. Pero yung laboratory test ang decision nila ng RITM, kaya yun ang inunang isa. At sinunod agad yun sa lalaki.
Sir, ano na po ang SOP sa pag-handle ng namatay sa COVID? May capability pa rin ba siyang mag-transfer ng virus to others, especially yung mga nagagawa sa punerarya?
Well, ang standard procedure natin is to, of course, dispose otherwise the body as soon as possible. At sa ngayon, ang hinahandle pa rin natin, of course, as potentially infectious yung cadaver and being treated with care. And of course, the cremation will be done as soon as possible.
Sir, yung chronology lang nung sa death, like yung dates, kailan siya unang na-test, kailan lumabas, and then kailan po siya na-diagnose with pneumonia. And yung isang question ko po, yung sa hospital's readiness, ilang hospitals po yung may negative pressure room? Ilan yung may
Hindi naman
estimation? May
kailangan ng
capability?
negative pressure room.
May capability?
Ay, sabihin, hindi kailangan, ano ba yung sinasabi?
Negative pressure regular isolation. Negative pressure.
Ay, negative pressure. Oo, hindi naman na kailangan. There is really no indication that is needed. Ngayon, yung tinatanong yung mga dates, that's very granular. We can just invite back the SLH sa Lazaro Hospital para masagot. Kasi hindi naman namin maalala yung mga dates. Marami kaming iba rin iniisip. So, pwede namin ipa-interview sa inyo si Dr. Solante, Jean Solante, at saka si Dr. Dodi Lopez.
Sir, yung yung sa regions, kasi ko kalat, anong mga DOH hospitals yung referral sa regions? Saan nila pwedeng dalhin yung capable na mag-handle? Kasi hindi yata
Lahat ng DOH na medical centers, level 2 and level 3 hospitals, ay capable. No? Kasama po yun sa licensing requirement natin. For a level 2 and level 3 hospital, that you should have the isolation facilities to be able to handle infectious cases. So lahat po ng DOH hospitals na regional hospital and medical centers, maaari nilang puntahan.
And sa isang hospital po, ilang isolation room yung required?
Iba-iba po. Anywhere from dependent kung sa specialty ng hospital. At least 1 or 2 per hospital. Pero katulad ng RITM tsaka sa Lazaro, of course, mas marami.
Wait, Director, kamusta na po yung contact tracing? Naka-interact po ng those two concerned cases?
As of today, meron na tayong nakuhang 74 na contacts nung dalawang pasyente na positibo sa nCoV. At sila po ay nabigyan na rin ng nararapat na advice kung anong gagawin nila with regards to home quarantine. Gusto namin linawin ang home quarantine na sinasabi natin. Ito po ay parang isolation lang din sa loob ng bahay. Ibig sabihin, wala silang privilege na makipagkalubilo sa miyembro ng kanilang pamilya habang binabantayan po sila sa loob ng 14 days.
Secretary, although fake news yung nitong weekend, yung nakahandle sa Igao o sa Manila, pero in case po na totoong may ganon, na nangangatog na siya, napukumpulsyon, at meron pa possibility na may NCoV, ano po dapat yung gagawin? Sino po dapat ang
Ang first responder mo dyan, usually, police. Kasi yung police, nag-roving sila eh. So, after the police, tatawag yan sa pinakamalapit na local government hospital, sa emergency room. Ay, meron tayo rito ang emergency. Magpadala kayo ng ambulance. At pwede bang dalhin sa ER ngayon? Pagdating sa ER. Pero ang problema mo nga, dahil unconscious, aantayin mo na manumbalik yung kanyang malay tao. At the usual, mag-i-interview ka at yung ating assessment tool, yun ang pairali natin. Yun ang gagamitin natin. Pero titignan muna kung meron symptoms. And then, you have to be guarded. Okay? Pero fake news.
fake news?
Yung muna hindi pa nakatanong ulit. Sige.
Sir, sa ATP
Dun sa PUI na reported today, may nakitaan tayo na sa contact tracing, may nagkaroon ng may sinyales ng symptoms ng ubo at sipon. At ito ay nakasama na sa bilang na ating dinireport ngayon. 8.
Next question. Wala na. Rafi, we have 2 more questions.
Meron ba po bang parang quarantine facility ang DOH para kung sakasakaling may mga dumating pa? Kasi parang kahapon lang naman na-impose yung ban, sir, no? Pero kung may dumating pang galing sa SAR or China mainland, saan po dadalhin yung mga pasyente or yung mga Chinese kung sakasakaling? And
Babalikin sila, syempre.
so hindi na sila ipa-quarantine dito, sir?
Chinese nationals, since yesterday po lahat ng Chinese, actually foreign nationals coming from China, it was immediately implemented by the airport authorities at immigration. So wala na pong nakapasok, binalik po sila sa pinanggalingan nila.
Pero do we have a quarantine facility if in any case hindi pwede sa bahay or
For aling pasyente yung pinag-uusapan natin ba?
Quarantine facility
Or-
in general? Of course, the isolation in the hospitals if they're asymptomatic. But what you are probably referring to in particular is the planned repatriation of about 40 to 50 Filipinos who are now in Wuhan. Is that the correct way to rephrase the question? Okay. Now, we are going to present the options during the task force meeting with President Duterte tonight to give us the guidance, because I'm not yet at liberty to tell you what these options are, what these quarantine facilities may be. But suffice it to say that we need to prepare everyone, even the communities where the quarantine facility will be situated.
Sir, balikan ko lang yung dun sa case nung namatay na patient. Kasi base dun sa timeline na binigay kahapon, parang gumagaling na to na patient. And yet namatay siya sa severe pneumonia. Ito ho ba pneumonia niya, hospital-acquired pneumonia? Because yung sa streptococcus pneumonia nga yung nakita din sa lab results.
Well, mukhang community-acquired talaga na mixed infection. Pero tama ka, Jovic, na yung parang last 3 days, medyo stable yung pasyente. Kaya lang biglang na-deteriorate yung kanyang condition. Of course, gumagawa pa rin naman sila ng clinical audit ngayon sa ospital para mas examine kung ano yung nangyari at saka intindihin. Pero ang pag-report sa atin ay parang community-acquired yung pneumonia.
In terms dun sir sa cremate ng body ng patient, ano na po yung update dun sa atin?
Well, sinischedule na namin yung kanyang cremation and siyempre lahat ng precaution gagawin naman natin para sigurado na walang possibility ng exposure ng kahit sino na ma-involve during the cremation. Ay po.
Sir, para mas malinaw lang po, kailangan natin pwedeng sabihin na talagang pwede nang lumabas yung isang PUI and yung isang na positive na asymptomatic na or gumubuti na po yung kalagayan.
Dalawang negatibong test results ang kailangan natin. Yan ang as a protocol, yan ang standards. Kaya yung babae na iniulat natin nung una na first case of nCoV, hindi pa rin natin pwedeng paalisin dahil hanggat hindi na-satisfy yung 2 negative test results, tsaka lang natin siya pwedeng paalisin.
Sir, yung kung ano,
Sorry.
48 hours.
May time frame ba yan kung kailan yung susunod na test dapat sa kanila?
24 to 48 hours between the 2
Ang
tests.
interval.
Yes.
follow up lang po dun, sir, dun po sa mga PUIs na nailabas na sa ospital or baga po pwede self-quarantine, pero hindi pa po sila pinapaiwan na makisalamuha sa mga tao.
Ikaw na kaya?
Yung mga pinauwi ng 10, although we are encouraging them to still be conscious ng kanilang kalusugan, pero sila po ay na-clear na at ang base sa kanilang laboratorio, negatibo sila sa nCoV.
Huling tanong.
Sir, Johnson po from Vincent. Yun bang quarantine area na ikinukonsider sa Fort Magsaysay, final na po ba yun? At saka, yun bang Pilipino daw na galing from Taiwan, are they required for a self-quarantine?
Doon sa una mong tanong, wala pang hindi pa yan finalized. Kasi nga, gaya ng sinabi mo kanina, ibibigay kay President Duterte for his guidance. Kung Fort Magsaysay ba or there's also an island being considered for the quarantine facility, but there is nothing definite. But yung pangalawa naman, sa Taiwan, we will have to make the adjustments in the Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases. We will convene this afternoon. So this is one of the considerations.
Sir, sorry pangako lang. Sa Thailand kasi meron daw nakita na apparent success in treating NCOV by using drug cocktails.
HIV, AIDS.
Oseltamivir with lopinavir and ritonavir. And apparently, yung nag-positive daw initially sa NCOV within 48 hours ay bumuti ang lagay. How are you seeing this, sir, as a possible cure for NCOV?
Well, mukhang this is a combination of antiviral. The oseltamivir has been proven to be effective for influenza A virus, AH1N1, and all other types of influenza A virus. Now, the other two that you mentioned, they are for the HIV/AIDS patients, no? But if they say that there seems to be an improvement after 48 hours using this, that is probably anecdotal, as Yusek Eric is saying. Anecdotal because you have to remember that there are 80% of cases now in China are considered mild. And so, the possibility that they are recovering very quickly is very high. 21% severe. So baka yung nakuha nilang pasyente, ito yung andun sa mild. Kaya siguro nagpapakita ng signs of recovery concomitantly with the combination therapy. But there is no hard science to prove this anecdote or this theory. It's a theory. They're saying. So let's wait. WHO. I and Rabi discussed that lengthily yesterday. So there's no science to prove it as of this point.
So pag matindi, pag severe, parang hindi pa siya.
Yeah, yung sa...
You cannot say.
Wala, it's really hard to say. It's inconclusive. There's nothing.
Last two questions, Aiko and then please. Sige, Aiko. Talagang last na talaga ha. Meron pang sikong kami sa taas.
Last test.
Yung Secretary and Doc Chito po, it is clear now na wala pa pong local transmission at walang naihawak ang Filipino strain.
Yeah, it's very clear and I categorically state that two are imported cases. And the one who died is on statistics for China. Okay, that's not for us because ours, zero local transmission.
And the last question.
So we're just receiving information that meron daw isang patient dinala sa isang private hospital in Pasig City. And then showing all signs, symptoms, and then the patient refused to be admitted. Pwede po ba yun? Or does the hospital reserve the right to hold the patient if the patient refuses to be admitted?
Since you have paltry information, it's very hard to answer that question because we need more information to make any suggestions of whether there is a breach of protocols. But obviously, we are bound by the law on the Disease Notifiable Act. And if this particular condition fits in the category or the criteria for which you consider it as a notifiable disease, then it's their duty to report. Pero kung, well, let's keep it at that. We don't have much information.
But in cases like those, sir, the hospital can hold the patient?
Yes, they can. They can.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Araw-araw na po tayo dito.